man, trying to rectify your own insufficiency, that'll keep you busy for the rest of your life. And that's a good thing, right? That's a meaningful pursuit. And you will experience it that way.
Working on your own insufficiencies.
Yeah, well, it's an inexhaustible source of possibility, right? Because there's always, you could be better at something than you are, no matter how good you are at something, and no matter how many dimensions you're doing that analysis in simultaneously, right? It's like a horizon of opportunity in some ways. That's the flip side of it. Your insufficiencies, the flip side of your insufficiencies are the opportunities that growth in those dimensions would represent. And that's a good way of looking at the world.
What's the insufficiency that lets us down the most? Is there one that stands above all others?
Pride. That's the classical answer from the Judeo-Christian perspective anyways. Pride and arrogance, that would be something like the presumption that you're right and that you're above it all, that you're on top. And you could see that as well, first of all, it's something very annoying to other people, so that's a problem given that you have to put up with them. And it's also an impediment to learning, right? Because to be open to learning does mean, at least to some degree, always asking, well, what am I doing wrong? What do I have to give up? What do I have to let go of? What do I have to transform? That can be very painful. But so pride, that's one. That's a major one. Hedonism, that's a problem, and that's a kind of immaturity. So that's that desire for immediate gratification at the expense of other people, at the expense of you in the long run, right? At the expense of the general future. And so that's a very difficult thing to overcome. I mean, a lot of what you do when you're socializing children is you're trying to encourage them to become capable of integrating their various hedonistic desires so they don't conflict with one another, so that they can find their gratification in the long run in a manner that's commensurate with the needs and wants of other people. And it takes 20 years to socialize a child to become a full-fledged adult, and it's not like the process ends there. It's a very complicated process of integration and self-regulation. And it is upward. And why? Why is it better? Well, even if the goal is gratification, if one strategy allows 20 repetitions of gratification and the other strategy offers one gratification followed by regret and catastrophic failure, it seems pretty obvious, even by the standards of gratification, that the first strategy is better than the second.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Right.